Hey guys, so I am back with a new video, and this is going to be my second installment for my Disney Princess collection, which is of course inspired by the Disney Princess line, and this one is still inspired by the movie Frozen, and I'm going to be doing an illustration of Princess Anna. So let's get started. Okay, this is actually the second illustration I have for Anna. The first one, it's long gone now. I didn't really like the design, and I realized that in the middle of the coloring process. So I thought I'd scrap the whole thing off and start over from the very beginning. The process that I took for my second illustration is somewhat similar, but still a bit different for the process that I took when I illustrated Elsa. This one is more it's longer. It's a longer process because, well, as you can see, I have my sketchbook right there, and then I have my iPad next to me, which I use to look at photos for inspiration and for reference. And what I did was I used a couple pages on my sketchbook just sketching out different designs of dresses. What I had in mind for Anna was a dress and a cloak because I wanted this to be a sister piece to my Elsa illustration, and I'm not really sure if I achieved that, but that was the whole thought I had in the beginning of this design process. It probably changed throughout, but I am still very happy with the end product that I got. This right here is basically the design that I ended up using for the final design. I knew that I wanted some kind of hoodie for Anna's cloak, but I didn't really know what style I wanted it to. So what I did was I drew out a bunch of hoodies and basically kind of just took one idea that I really liked, and that was this really puffy hood, I guess, and I just developed that further until I got something that I really wanted. And it is basically this one, and I'm just sketching it out. I'm also sketching out the dress underneath so that I kind of could tell what the final design might look like in the end. Here I am just sketching or resketching the design that I ended up choosing for my illustration, and I'm basically putting it onto a model that will have a face and hair that resembles Anna basically as a character. And after that I'll just transfer that onto another piece of paper, and I'll be using a light box, and then after that I will be inking the illustration. Right now I am inking the illustration, and I am actually not using the Pilot G-TEC 0.3mm black fineliner that I always tend to use. I am using a Copic Multiliner, which I actually bought at the beginning of February just because I had a gift card to an art shop, so I thought I should use that one. And I've been wanting to buy the Copic Multiliners just because they have gotten good reviews on YouTube from people that use them with Copic markers, and I thought, why not give them a try? So this one I am actually using is the 0.05mm Copic Multiliner in black, and I really like how it goes super smooth on the paper. Like, I don't even know, but yeah, I really like it, although I would have to say that I expected the nib size to be super thin just because it is 0.05, but it turned out to be a little bit thick for me, so who knows about that one. Overall, I'm really happy with it, and I'm just kind of using this illustration to try out the new products that I have. For the coloring process, I definitely wanted to maintain Anna's character, and so I decided to use the same colors that they also used for her throughout the entire movie, with the blue dress and this kind of pink-purple cape or cloak, and yeah. I also kind of took this as an opportunity for me to experiment rendering fabrics, because I would say that I have very, very, very little knowledge when it comes to fabric types and fabric names and what they look like and what they feel like, so I always kind of avoid choosing a specific kind of fabric for my designs just because I feel like if I render them it won't look like what the fabric is supposed to be. But for this one I decided I'm just gonna do it. I decided to use some kind of heavy knit for the cloak, and I already added some details with my Pilot G-TEC 0.3 because, well, I thought it should be thin. Like, the details should be very thin compared to the outline of the entire design, I guess. And so I already went through with that, and I just colored in the cloak, which was actually a little bit of a mistake for me because I colored in just one side first before coloring everything else. I don't know why I do that, but I just do, and most of the time when that happens, the other parts that I color in a little later will look a tad bit different, and I wouldn't be very happy with that. But for this one, it actually turned out better than what I expected. I did my best, and I would say that I'm very, very happy with it. To kind of achieve the whole knitted look with the cloak, I used a variety of colors actually, and some colors I didn't really like because, especially like this kind of pink or this pinky red kind of color, was just too bright, very obnoxious kind of, and just in your face, and I didn't want that. I wanted to tone it down, so I had to kind of layer some purples into it as well, and at the end, when I'm using my color pencils to add some final touches, I actually tried to cover that obnoxious pink out. So that's about it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you also liked this video, and thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one.